Lava Mainnet is here. Welcome back to the roll-up, guys. It's Andy. We are live on today, the great day of Lava Mainnet. We've been working with this team and tracking them for some time now, so very excited to see them go live and bring their decentralized RPCs to the market. We talked today with the founder, Yair, just briefly about where he sees Mainnet going, how to participate, the utility of the Lava token, and overall his reflections on here and how we got here thus far. Hope you guys enjoy this short but informational episode, and we'll jump right in here after a quick word from our sponsors.
Cartesi is your home for app-specific rollups. At the forefront of developing new tools and platforms that enhance the capabilities of blockchain technology, Cartesi enables applications that are flexible and built to scale. Build on a full Linux environment and use traditional software libraries, but in blockchain development. Go to cartesi.io, that's cartesi.io, to learn more about building your own app chain today.
Mantle is a layer 2 blockchain with one of the biggest on-chain treasuries in all of crypto, and they have a 100-day campaign called Metamorphosis live now. What this is it is a campaign for their liquid staked ETH token, METH, as well as their upcoming liquid restaking token, CMETH, where you can utilize this token on the Mantle network in a variety of different apps, some of your favorite restaking protocols and DeFi protocols, and earn yields in the form of powder, which will eventually be turning into a governance token. Mantle's been around for a while. We like them because they use their own form of EigenDA. They have a good ecosystem and they're growing. So check out this 100-day Metamorphosis campaign, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the roll-up. Today we have a video with my friend Yair. It is the mainnet of Lava network, which has been much awaited for many communities in the modular space. So Yair, how you doing today, man? And congrats on shipping mainnet.
Wow, it's crazy, it's just a split of seconds when what you're developing for more than 2 years is out there. So super exciting, yeah. Really want to see where it takes us from here. Yeah.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't heard our conversations before, why don't we just have a quick rundown of kind of what Lava is and the problems that you're aiming to solve in the space, and then we can talk more about kind of the mainnet, some of the token stuff, and kind of dive into that.
Yeah, for sure. So let's keep things simple, right? I see you have podcasts with so many sophisticated and complex systems. So I like to keep things simple. If you think about Lava, you want to understand what we're trying to solve. Lava is a blockchain that lets user and developers to connect to all other blockchains, right? So think about Celestia is a blockchain that provides data availability and doing that for all other blockchains. So with the same comparison, Lava focusing only on the data access. And what does it mean, right? So every time we use a wallet, a dApp, this wallet has to connect somehow to the blockchain, right? So when they interact with the blockchain, they making an RPC request. So they want to send transaction, they want to buy ETH, they want to check the wallet balance, or even to sell a shitcoin, let's say, right? So this is how you interact with the blockchain. But on the other hand, you need entities who can provide you this request. They can handle this request. And those entities are called RPC providers. And on many blockchains, they present a lot of problems. They are unreliable, unscalable, non-private, and kind of violating the real values of Web3. So if you have any issues that when you make a transaction, right? So it's probably because there was an unreliable RPC provider. If you have a problem when claiming an airdrop, it's probably because there was an unreliable RPC provider. And same goes if you have difficulty using the wallet. You don't see the account balance, you got some error. Usually it's because there is an unreliable RPC provider. And Lava lets any blockchain create those incentive pools and attract RPC providers. So users and developers at the end of the day have a reliable access.
Yeah, and I think that you guys have a pretty interesting system with regards to kind of like setting up somewhat permissionless access to people who want to run and kind of participate in providing these kind of endpoints for different networks. So I think like that kind of area of focus is going to be interesting to see play out, whether or not you guys can kind of balance these incentive systems and kind of how quickly you can get, the teams, all the teams access and utilities in the beginning, and how quickly you can kind of get more operators and get more people to commit to providing kind of value and bandwidth to the system. So looking forward to that and seeing that play out. Now, of course, you guys are launching as a Cosmos SDK based chain, which means with Mainnet comes the need for the Lava token to kind of secure the network and the validators and things. Let's talk about the utility for Lava and kind of how you see the token itself playing in the ecosystem.
Super. So, Lava is built all around the utility. We wanted to create kind of a real incentive for any actor out there to participate. So we have what we call a proof of quality, right? RPC provider that I mentioned before can join any pool, but they must stake Lava to join the network. Once they stake, they can serve RPC requests for any blockchain, and they are rewarded for the quality of service. The reason that they're staking, it makes sure that Lava network is holding them accountable for the data. So if, for example, they didn't give the latest block height, or they were even presenting malicious data, we heard about such things before. So they can be jailed or even slashed. And this is how the Lava token is making sure the utility is for the accountability, proof of quality. On the other side of that, the utility of the token means that developers, users can buy subscription packages, same model as SaaS, and get the access. Let's say they want the RPC, they want the wallet not to be prone to downtime or stuff like that. So they want to buy Lava token, and then they get their endpoints changed to Lava. So making sure like complete reliability and scalability. If you think about that, chains can also create the incentive pools on Lava using the Lava token. So, for example, I'm a new upcoming chain, and I'm not I don't have such a reputable name, right? Not like ZK Sync or Layer Zero that we just seen recently, but some unknown chain. They can come to Lava, they spin up a incentive pool, deploy their tokens, and invite providers to join. So every month, based on the service, the provider receive rewards according to the quality of service. This is how we thought about at the beginning the utility of Lava, and obviously now with the mainnet, we're going to see it up and come.
Yeah, so if for those listening, uh, for them to get involved, do they have to purchase, or do they have to purchase any hardware? Is there any sort of other requirements other than staking Lava? And then also, like, what are the roles or what are the positions in the network that people can participate in, and where will the Lava team kind of most like start being most active in, but then slowly try to open up more access to this position in the network, if that makes sense.
Definitely. So I think the top things that deciding how strong going to be the chain on the long term, because we're not here for the short term, it's how you incentivize a different set of actors on the chain. However, you keep them simple. So I think the Lava Foundation, presented this kind of topic that we had the Magma point system that every user can change his wallet endpoint to Lava and receive points. So when the Lava Foundation presented the airdrop claim, I think it was really nice to see non-technical people using and joining these efforts. So anyone that is a Lava token holder can use the lava token, stake it to validator, but then restake the same lava to a provider that they betting on for more rewards. Because if you remember, the providers are receiving service based on the quality of service and their stake. So if anyone, I know a specific provider, I think is doing great job, everything is on chain, I like his statistic, and I'm a token holder of lava, after staking it to a validator, I can restake again to gain more rewards. For the example you gave before, nobody needs to run his own hardware. We're working on collaboration with top, cloud providers that going to soon be announced to spin up an own node just in a click. So basically, a bit more technical people can become RPC provider in a matter of minutes, and obviously join the validator active set, right? If you're a developer, I think you can connect to Lava and use access to any blockchain. So imagine, we speak about rollup. We live in a future of hundreds and thousands of different blockchains. How are you going to run nodes for each and any of them? You don't need to. As a developer, you use our SDK and you get access to any chain out there. That's only a bit of the roles, the different things that the foundation presented. And I'm sure, right, in the next days, we're going to hear about more opportunities for the entire community, techie and non-techie users.
Yeah, and so just wondering from a user perspective, and I think that people kind of found out about Lava through and the actual service through the Magma Points campaign. But I'm just curious, like, why would I use Lava versus like just using Infura with my Rabby or MetaMask? Like why should I care?
Everclear is pioneering the clearing layer. The clearing layer can almost be thought of as splitwise when you go on a trip with friends, but for the blockchain. What I mean by that is when users are sending cross-chain messages, there's oftentimes fillers and solvers who have balances left on different chains that they need to rebalance and reset their positions. This is where Everclear comes in. Everclear is pioneering a collaborative approach to the chain abstraction future, and they are willing to work with interoperability partners, solvers, and other providers in the space to build a interoperable and chain abstraction future. Check out Everclear at everclear.org, and welcome back to the rollup.
So first of all, with Lava, you don't use Lava or a single provider. We aggregate all the provider, and you receive all of them at once, right? It's a one-stop shop. Why you need even to think what kind of chains Infura is supporting, what kind of chains Alchemy is supporting, or if you have a friend that's running a node. Why, if we think about scalable infrastructure, if we think of how we onboarding billion users and apps, we cannot think in those terms. And that's what's our vision with Lava, a unique data access layer that connects everyone to all blockchain out there. We just made this trial, and I think it was very successful. So the foundation talked about the Magma point system, and the one of you who didn't hear about that, basically, as I mentioned before, just changing the RPC endpoint from Infura, for example, or from other reputable provider to Lava to earn points. And I think, it led to almost 4 million wallets opening up on the course of 2 months, and 100,000 of active wallets participating every day. So it's, real users out there. And I think what was interesting is that we see the demand coming from the user themselves. Users don't think today, why I need to run a node, and sometimes if I don't want to run a node, I use a default providers. If they use a default providers, they see downtimes. They see sometimes, inaccuracy of the data. And not talking about private, that some providers taking this information, selling it to other providers and so forth. So I think at the end of the day, there is a unique opportunity today when we see the boost of so many different chains to bring back to attention this layer that was neglected on the course of the last few years. We mentioned the fourth layer of blockchain, or the fourth forgotten layer of blockchain.
And I put out a post today about kind of just the modular stack expanding. I think this is like this kind of data querying part, like indexing and these types of small things that people don't really think about, but like making marginal improvements on these goes a long way for user experience, latency things, security, privacy, things that like this they're speaking of.
Yeah, but I will ask you, Andy,
yeah.
when you're surfing the web today, do you know what is the HTTPS version that you're using? Do you know which where the website is stored? You know if it's AWS, if Eastern Europe, you have no idea. Why in crypto, developers and users needs to know that. So it's all start with data. It's all start with access. And this is, I think, the real core novelty that we're bringing here.
So when you guys go mainnet, in the coming weeks, now that you guys have kind of crossed that milestone, what do you think is kind of the most important thing to push forward now? Obviously just making sure things are stable for the coming days, but what's next?
Definitely. So I think our vision is clear, and I think the foundation is doing great job in actually serving that, listening to the community voice, making sure that growing the community. I heard about bounties program and stuff like that's coming up. But the real important things is this bottleneck is open. So the lava is flowing right now after the eruption. And we had a lot of demand, both coming to us in Magma Devs and to the foundation itself, to create more and more incentive pool. But obviously could not do it in the testnet. So now everyone can create incentive pool. As I said before, if you're an unknown chain and you want to make more marketing, you want to put budget for that. If you are a very trusted chain, you just look in the last few months, like the chains that were able to serve and bringing this super, scalability, resilient, and reliability of the chain. Axelar, Evmos, Near, super successful project that changed their public RPC endpoint and started working with Lava. Now I know that more deals are signed up with the foundation. The Starknet is coming soon. We see Filecoin, Cosmos Hub, Stargaze, Union, and more chains. So more incentive pools is something that is super critical for finally testing the software that we develop. And the last thing is, especially in the modular world, you see a lot of roll-up as a service partnership and companies that building that. So we invite every roll-up builder, every company like that to join us and just eliminate the need to think about even the RPC. Eliminate the need to think for new chains, send them talk to a single provider, receiving quotes, and back and forth. With this this part of mainnet now over, I believe there's going to be an enormous boost in the roll-up as a service partnership.
Covalent is solving the long-term data availability problem where a lot of the data availability providers today in the modular space, when you post data to them, they actually only hold that data for about 12 to 16 days. And then it's basically, it can go into an archive node, or oftentimes it's just kind of put away into the abyss. And what Covalent's trying to do is build this long-term data availability solution, which can plug into some of these modular data availability providers and provide this longer-term perpetual data solution. So what we try to think of this as is when you post transaction data onto Celestia or Veil or any of these modular DA solutions or even Ethereum, Covalent is able to provide a long-term data storage and data availability platform for that data after the time period. Blockchains are billboards, not databases, and we need these providers in the space to be able to kind of hold on to the long-term data that is provided from these providers and these blockchain state. This is where Covalent comes in. They just had a nice rebrand. Check them out on Twitter as well as the website. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, I think the roll-up as a service stack, like their offering is going to increase significantly from just like the basic kind of offers that they have to hopefully more customizability and also different types of teams that they can kind of plug into. So I think those kind of go hand in hand. But overall, I think that plan sounds like you have a lot of work on your hands. It's just the beginning here now.
Yes, I'm super excited. I see the team growing. I see people evolving within the team. I see the community growing from nothing. I never built a community before. I only build Web 2 startups. I think for me personally, this is the world that I need to stay in. This kind of as I was a core initial contributor for Lava, bring more the vision forward, help other chains to evolve. And it's exciting months ahead. It's exciting months on the political and global term. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah, same. I appreciate you coming on. Congrats on Mainnet, all the success, and looking forward to plugging Lava into my wallets and having a better RPC experience. So cheers, man. Thank you.